we have audio. Okay, so sorry about that little technical glitch to get started. I'm Scott. I'm here in the CoolToys studio, and we're doing a couple of cool things today. We are going to talk about some stuff that's going on. And if you saw Beach Street News today, you saw that we had a beached whale. Now I've got a GoPro in here, so we're going to do something very different in that we are going to be live streaming on two different channels at the same time. So I've got a laptop here hooked up to a camera, and I am going to live stream that to YouTube channel. And because YouTube requires 1,000 subscribers to do it the mobile way, it makes it more difficult in order to log on mobile if you don't have 1,000 subscribers. And I'm doing this for people, let's say that you've got a guitar and you've got 5 fans, or you just want to play for your family members with Fan2Stage. So and I'm trying to get a couple things set up here, and anyway, so what I'm doing is I'm connecting my GoPro to Facebook Live while we're live already on YouTube. And let's see, oops, continue. So there's a lot of things you have to do to set it up, though. It's not as easy as just hitting Facebook Live and going. Like if I just use my iPhone, I could say, go to Facebook and say, go live, right? But it doesn't quite work that way when you want to use the GoPro. So, and I'm going to say this, that it's almost a little silly that the GoPro is, and I wonder what account this is going to go to, or what page. This is interesting because Facebook is not, with GoPro, is not letting me pick what I'm going to send this to, what stream. It has a share stream link, but it does not let me do this. So now I'm apparently streaming to Facebook somewhere I don't know. It might be my own Facebook page, my own Facebook account, personal, only streaming to friends. This is a little silly, where with OBS Studio, I can do anything I want. So if you're, like you can see, I can hold the GoPro up and show you that I've got OBS Studio, show you the other camera. So this part's kind of silly. But the reality is, it's not quite how this should work. If this is live streaming, you should be able to see what you're doing and get there. So I'm going to stop this live stream here on Facebook, and because I don't know where it's going, and I'm going to go directly to Facebook Live, and I'm going to use the iPhone. Facebook, I have to give it access to the microphone. And it's a public post. Glenn and 20 others are online. Cancel. Where do I? Let's stop this. Let's go to my page. So we're doing this on beachstreetnews.com on the Facebook Beach Street News page. So within here, let's see if I am allowed to go live. Create story live. I sure can. Go live to broadcast a moment. And all right, so here we go. We are now starting live video. So we've got it in both places. And hey, so you can see the camera that I'm looking at. You can see the computer that I'm looking at, and you can see me. Very simple. This is actually, pretty cool thing for Facebook Live to do. I'm trying to think of how to put this so I could put both cameras next to each other. I've got the Stream Deck here. Let's see what I can do just to set that. There we go. All right, so now we're streaming live with just an iPhone and 5G internet on T-Mobile to Facebook Live. And then here on this camera, we're streaming to our YouTube channel on Beach Street News, I believe it is. And both of those links should have been on the CoolToys page there, but it may not be. So now I'm looking in the chat. I don't see anybody on the YouTube chat say anything, but there are 2 concurrent viewers, so somebody else is watching besides our tester outside. And let me double check. We're doing this for Roy because he didn't get in last week. And let's see, maybe I can't do this from the... Nope, because he is a non-Apple guy. This is, you can't send from your desktop a text to a non-Apple guy. Pain in the neck. So, let's talk about some other things. We're going to go back to OBS, and this is the cool part if you go a little bit more pro with Fan2Stage. So right now what I'm doing, so you can see, this is the Fan2Stage feedback for the Facebook Live, and that is sitting there. It's just a tablet. So essentially I've got a tablet and I've got an iPhone, and I can live stream and get live feedback from my audience. Then, and today what we're doing is we're checking the what's called the latency delay. So in Facebook, I can already see that I'm 2 seconds behind the ultra low latency version of YouTube, but the quality of the video in the YouTube isn't quite as good in order to get that high speed stream. So, but the cool thing is now I can show you a couple of projects. So you can insert stuff that you can't do with the iPhone. So the iPhone, I can maybe take my camera and go like this and look at this problem. But, when I switched up to the iPhone 12 last week, I got hundreds of Wi-Fi calling screens that look like this. And it went all the way down the right side of my screen. So it's really annoying because you can't just turn off all those notifications. Every second, it would say, turn on Wi-Fi calling, turn on Wi-Fi calling. So Apple, if you're watching, get a clue, turn that crap off. That's just stupid. It should not give you the same notification for the exact same thing more than once a day, let alone every minute. And you can see those things, how many days ago they are. It's continuous. There's thousands of them, and I don't know how to get rid of them except to restart the Mac, which is ridiculous. So I hope Roy's watching. I'm going to have to, let's see if I can I do this at the same time? So he is not online apparently, and we are still live on both Facebook and YouTube with Fan2Stage. So now let's talk about what Fan2Stage does. You can, if you've got the app, you can see that this show is live. There's 2 versions. You can pick either one of them. I will hear them both because one computer is going to play the audio for one of the shows. The tablet here will play the audio for the other show, and I will hear that. And I think you can hear some of that in the microphone. I'll turn the volume up here. So if somebody... So hopefully you can hear that little whistle coming from somebody. And that gives you live feedback from real fans. So that's Fan2Stage, and that's how this works. It gives a feedback loop. So you guys cheer for me. You tell me if I'm doing something silly, stupid, wrong. If there's no applause, then I go, okay, obviously doing the wrong thing. And we had today, did I get the video up? Uh-oh, wow, there we go. If you go to beachstreetnews.com, you'll see that we had a beached whale today here in Huntington Beach. And it was really sad to see. It's probably 25, 30 foot sitting on the beach. And so we posted that video and picture there on Beach Street News. And let me give you a quick tour. So if you're on Facebook Live, or if you go to our Facebook page for Beach Street News, you can watch this video. But let me show you exactly everything in this studio, and then I'll do the same thing with the camera. So we've got some lights hanging up there, not necessary. We just do that for performance. Obviously, I'm sitting here. You can see the CoolToys sign behind us. And there are a few cool things. There's a Blackmagic ATEM Mini Pro, which is really a slick system. I've got Mac Mini hiding underneath that tablet, which we're using for sound. There's 1 camera, 2 cameras, 3 cameras, but you'll notice the lens caps are on the 2 bigger cameras because we're only using the little Panasonic 5S for this. And we're live streaming it. We're seeing how this works, and everything so far looks pretty good. So hopefully this is working out well. Let me go back to the page. Do I have anything in the chat? And the other cool thing, it is somewhat distracting when you have chat sessions going, but if you've got a break in your show, you've got a second to look, somebody can make a comment on the CoolToys YouTube channel right now, and I can read it and I can respond to it in addition to that feedback from the audience. But the truth is, most of the time, if we're playing music or if we're even at like a Little League game, if you hook this up to Little League with a PA system, Grandma can clap from home and Junior can hear it as he's rounding the bases. So very cool thing. There's not a lot else to talk about in that realm. You know, in CoolToys world, Snot Rod's back, so let me show you a quick picture of that. So the hot rod, Josh finally got it back. I got the we got the Mercedes SLK is all LED lighting. There'll be an episode about that coming up pretty soon. So LED headlights came in today, which are not in the episode. So we're going to put those in, and I'll see if I can edit it in. If not, we'll get it shortly thereafter. We'll put that on. But anyway, that's really it for how Fan2Stage works. It's just a great tool to virtually reach out to your audience and let your audience virtually reach out to you. So thanks for watching today, and I hope to see you next time.